All right, top of the morning, guys. We are live. It is the I Am Irvin MALACHI-RESEAN show this morning. I hope you guys are having a fantastic morning this morning. I am having one of the best days of my life. In fact, probably the best day. In fact, I know it is the best day because I've never experienced a day like it is today. And because today is a new day, let's have a phenomenal day, guys. I'm absolutely feeling phenomenal this morning. Guys, this is brought to you by and endorsed by none other than Even Mirror Express Homes, LLC. And as you guys come in, I want to make sure that I do the housekeeping first and foremost. I want you guys to come in, like, comment, subscribe, and ask questions. Share the show. Don't be a hoe. Something I'm gonna need you guys to start honing in more of, because we are rising as a soaring star on our charts, guys. I'm looking at all the charts. Like the charts say it all. The charts matter. So that means the value is being provided. You guys are getting the value. You guys are receptive of it. So therefore, I'm doing absolutely as I should be doing. So I am absolutely stoked to bring you this one here. Here's how I've been building a robust rental portfolio and with vetted tenants. The reason why I wanted to go over this is because I think a lot of you all are misconstruing what it means to actually have liquidable cash on hand. Still out there in the markets, you're probably from the ground runnings. You guys are going to need somewhere to put those liquidable cash once you are done, or once you're up and running, once you built down the fundamentals, guys. Once you get the stockpiling or the fundamentals down packed, it becomes repetition after a while. All learning is state dependent. Okay, so with that being noted, I want you guys to be able to post pretty much. It already tells you guys exactly how we go about getting our rental properties. It's just being in the market proactively, and creating the deals ourselves. My apologies. It's nice and cozy, so I want to make sure it's settling on me well. There we go. Without further more, I want to talk a little bit about understanding the market demands, especially while there has been an ongoing recession that has obviously been reeking from its pores, that the Treasury hasn't until now started to really ramp up the awareness of for individuals. But I would say that about 48, 72 months, we've been already inside of a recession. And it's just historically proven that in the past of what a recession looks like. And also what a depression looks like. I mean, this is in the 30s. However, I mean, pretty much there's jobs that are rising. There's a quote that's lingering around that every 1% that the unemployment rate rises, 40,000 individuals die. You know, there's hardly any cash reserves, and people are wary. You know, so. I'm here to bring the guidance and light. I'm not here to bring the bad chores. I'm here to bring the providence to you guys that there is a way and there's a means. So this is going to bring a bit of a safety net inside of your own mentality so that you can properly structure for your family. And it means that you could actually build some longevity wealth so that you can pass on to the grandkids and the great grands. So without further more, I want to talk a little bit about the property selection on our part. So what we're looking here to do is we're solving property owners' challenges over the next 90 days. I've committed to continuously cold calling property owners up to 4,500, probably more. I'm not gonna say up to because it's probably gonna take a little more than 4,500. But I'm gonna be committed to doing it so you guys are able to see it live for yourselves over the coming course of days. Getting you guys acquainted with how to properly structure a deal, and also being in with the compliance of inside of your own states, because I do not know your local laws, and they do vary. So I do want to let that be known. Thank you guys for coming in. I see you guys are coming in, and you guys are viewing, you guys are liking, you guys are subscribing. You are freaking fantastic. So they're not really giving you guys the honed-inness of how this works. So I want to tell you guys that if you're dealing with challenges where it's what we're dealing with on a common basis over the 90 days, I would have you reach out to first and foremost, get acquainted with your local community first and foremost. I think that's what I did. In fact, no, I know I did. I got in communications with those who are outgoing, who are well spoken, cordial individuals, who can direct me and guide me in the proper manner in which way to go. And of course, me taking massive action as I do so well. And I'm also promoting that for you guys as well, that as long as you guys are continuously moving in that direction, finding individuals who are, in mind you, as we described them as boxes with tops on them, with individuals inside of them with challenges that are dealing with, there may very be that one of the five challenges that we talk about, and I'm not even going to just leave them at five, because there's more than just pre-foreclosures that we're dealing with. There's more than just absentees that we're dealing with. There's more than just probates that we're dealing with. There's more than tax delinquencies in which we're dealing with. There's more than just divorces that we're dealing with. These are just commonalities that we hear most common. So there's hardly anyone talking about how realtors are able to sign in the dotted lines and list properties in the markets. And actually, you can go and invest in those properties that are on the MLS. It's possible. Is it hard to do? Is it challenging? Of course, as anything else. It's riding a bicycle for the first time. However, continuously doing it over time causes repetition, causes you to grow, and causes your neuroplasticity bandwidth to start to grow as well, and stretch, and you become molded by doing something so many times repetitiously. It just becomes second nature for you, such as myself with building real estate portfolios. So and even in me personally, I want you guys to know this, I don't own any real estate myself, so I'm strictly giving you this based off of the premise of Viva Mirror Express Homes owning real estate in its own capacity. So we want to streamline. So we're building tenants relationships, and screenings is number one effective of all of this. Knowing how to clarify, have to know how they are regardless to the property. Are they the owner of the property? Do they hold title? Title is what dictates whether or not you own your property. If you don't own the title, you don't own your property. And if you're holding the deed, you have control of the land. You have the say so of the land and what goes on. So let's think of it like this. You guys remember back when you were growing up, you had those kids who were what were they? The safety leaders, safety guiders, or whatever. They used to wear the yellow band around their shoulders. You guys remember those guys? They I can't remember what they were called. They had a special name for them. But anyways, those guys are the same individuals who are, and you guys can drop it in the comments too if you guys are knowing exactly what I'm referencing to. But those both those bus modules, or those bus guys, or the bus guidances are safety patrol. That's what they were called. Safety patrol. They're safety patrol. That's what they are. You are the safety patrol of the property. So if you're holding the deed, you're saying the principal. You could tell and dictate how this goes. So when we're dealing with property owners, I want people to understand that we are working with individuals who are safety patrols. All right, they can dictate whether or not what goes on. However, they do not have the ownership. So we want to guide them in the means that they can actually own the property. So that's what we do. We're screening our tenancies to be the owners of their property, and the means of us solving their challenge is actually going through and actually sorting out what's all the underlying that's going on under the hood of the property. And in many cases that we see messy titles that need to be cleaned up and organized and cleaned up. And it's messy. It's a messy deal. So I like those challenges. I promote those challenges to broaden themselves so that we could see more into details of how to be a better investor per se, and overall correlation to compliance with assurance that we are safety netting individuals to prevent from being in those positions. And we want to make sure that we're also promoting that the home ownership is the most inexpensive means of actually owning a home. So I also want to get into a bit more of I want to also get into a bit of streamlining and building tenant relationships. This is getting into exhorting the property owner, and many times I know individuals aren't discussing this here because this is something that should be discussed, but however, it hardly ever is, and it's feathered over. However, building a relationship, a long-term general relationship, I don't do tenancies. I don't do short-term rentals. I do Airbnbs. Yes, that's about the borderline I do. However, I don't do the weekenders or the weekenders or month by month. I do yearlies. And here's why. I do yearlies because I want the individual to rebuild their credit as soon as possible. I do not want them to be breaking the refrigerator door on my refrigerator. Gosh, I don't know how people do it. My 4-year-old doesn't even do that, but hey, they do it. It's a thing. So, I want these individuals coming in with the mindset that they can own their home. So if they've been living in this home for over 30 years, then who else is better going to know that property than the safety patrol? So the safety patrol needs to be placed in a position where they can actually build on their ownership and in the manner in which they can rightfully own their home after we have solved their challenge. So that is what my guiding light is to assure that the beacon of light is provided to them that they can actually home in. My apologies, guys. I'm going to shift you guys to the right. There we go. The next thing I'm going to talk about is building a solid lease agreement. Is your leases soundproof? I've probably seen thousands of leases. I'm probably exaggerating a bit, but I've seen hundreds of leases, and I see these really long, lengthy lists of demands from landlords, and all that really just tells me is like the tenant really doesn't have any say so in the deal. They're protecting themselves from a property from individuals who are occupying the property because of the means of which that they are poorly explaining. When you poorly explain what the hang tight, guys. Much better. So as I was stating, the reason why you see this really long list of demands is because the property owner has dealt with so many bad experiences with individuals who have rented from them with the impression that they were good people, and all things to be that they could possibly be had been good individuals. But I believe individuals do the best with what they're given. And if you're given these long list of demands, I'm pretty sure that you're probably demanding some other things on the other ends as well. And you're probably not the best of individuals to be uh, to dialogue with. I rather should say, there's the rapport there is absolutely poor. I think it was more of a monetary basis more than a rapport base. And so that was the reason why you see these really long lists of leases. Now, what we do is a completely separation. Is we do lease options. So you're granted the rights to own this property, and then in the event sell their home and wants to sell their home, and we've already spoken with Mr. J. Joe, who's actually going to invest in our property. And let's say we find a tenant that thinks of occupying occupancies of their home. Well, what we do as a solvent to that is we actually place the tenant in a position where they can actually own the home, where the titling will be owned by themselves. So we actually do our due diligence to actually own the titling to the home, going through and vetting the sources of where we're getting our information from, obtaining title, holding title, Our lenders are willing are leaning our titles so that we can make sure that they get the best of their investment. And then, of course, on the other ends of the spectrum is Sarah Sue, who owns the home, rightfully so, in the position, and can actually state and say, hey, what's dictatorship going on with the home. And the tenant in this position who is winning this entirely because now they have a home to live in, but they're also building their equity inside of their home, but they're rebuilding their credit because they had a substantial down payment that they put down. Hear me good, guys. Substantial down payment. So in the example that I have for you is that the property may be valued at $150,000. However, if they're putting down $15,000, they're going to treat that property a whole lot more better than somebody who's just paying $1,500 a month. Now, hear me well. When you guys are out there in the markets and you are providing a value to individuals, you need to provide it to the individuals who are seeing the value and not just trying to get over. Individuals who are not in a position to actually own the home are not going to keep it in the best positionings and upkeepings and standards that you would. So what you need to do is lay down the laws and the grounds of what's going to be. Some odd constitutional rights. 21, in fact, 24, 25, 24, 25. I've read it several times. It's 24. No, it's 25 because the 25th is the presidential's rights to step down. Yeah, it's 25. Okay. Anyway, we're gonna cut that one out. We're just gonna do some more history teachings. So, in fact, why wait? All right, it's 25. It's 20. I mean, it's not my constitution, anyways. It's a constitution for the individuals who live in the 14 square miles of Washington, D.C. I have God-given rights. It's a difference. Major. Yeah, I was right. Yep, I was right. Sweet. No, it's 27. 27 so far. So 27 and then it goes to, oh wow, okay, so yeah, 27 and then it goes into the preambles and the articles and so on and so forth. But my point still demands, regardless. My point still demands. The factor is in your state. That is about where as far as fetch as it needs to really go. It's the compliance, as long as you're in compliance with your state and you're also in compliance with the guidelines of actually renting this property to this individual. I believe that is probably the most factual important parts that you should be in. So that's what builds a solid leasing agreement. Who, what, when, where, and why. Those five is what needs to matter, and that's it. And in between that, who is between you, that state, or the I wouldn't even say the state. I would say more so such as I wouldn't even say the regulators. You can't even consider them as regulators either. The safety patrolman. That's about it. Whatever between you, the safety patrolman, and the tenant, really, because that's who really it boils down to. And the compliance that they have of their own are subject to themselves. Now, this is the reason why. Fundamentally, so you can make those details based off of what the attorney can give you as a insight for you. When you take it upon yourself and you can do your due diligence to the side of law, you may shorthand yourself. So assurance is always key to have someone to double check your work. So that's the reason why we get a majority of our leases we get from an attorney, and that's just simply so that it keeps everything in a line and guidance. Now, an attorney, in fact, is how we keep our means inside of all of this, and insurance that we are the prevalent individual who has a say so in this. There's methodologies that I teach you guys, and of course we do this on a more advanced scale rather than just doing 90 days of cold calling. So it's good. It's about consistent cash flow. It's what's building you again. So if I'm buying a property from Miss Sarah Sue, who property's at $150,000 in valuation, but she's only renting it to me for $750. what I'm doing is I'm turning it over to the other individual, the tenant, who's paying $1,500 a month, which is probably which is about retail in that area. And at best, they're able to buy and build on the property. Now, we don't do any guidance in terms, whereas some of the portions of the fundings go towards the down payment. I think that's hell in a handbasket to keep up with, if you ask me. But we do incentivize that if they do a substantial down payment early, we'll cut their fee in a percentage where it's actually beneficial to them, in a manner that they can actually state whether or not how this is going to look for them in the near future. And then, of course, if Mr. J. Joe, who is investing in our property, who's already put down the substantial down payment to pay the $15,000-$20,000 down, that needs to be, or the coverings of the rearages of whatever was owed when Miss Sarah Sue owned the property. I don't know. It could be taxes for like $6,000-$7,000 or something, peanut shuffles from the dollar, and all we did was took the $15,000 that the tenant paid us, and we covered the rearages and also paid Mr. J. Joe for fronting us the money, and then he's happy and he could release the title to us. Super simple stuff, right? And so it's consistent cash flow. We do our own property management. Even Murray Express Homes has their own separate management company. Like they've got the darn thing going. Like I gotta say, like they're pretty freaking sharp over there in that sector. So it's also about leveraging technology, leveraging artificial intelligence tools. Our AI is a really sharp being. You can look up, do your due diligence on. Now, it will not give you legal advice, and then of course, they're coming out with a artificial intelligence. Is it? It may be Corlex. Between Corlexes, it's either Corlexes, Nexus Lexus, or it's one of the underlying three bureaus. It's a party who reports like renters and things of that nature. So, anyways, it might be Kaplan or something like that. You're utilizing this leverage point to actually build your principal basis for building your robust portfolio. You're utilizing, because of course when you're sending out these letters to your tenants, you don't want to be sending these letters like wonky and traditional style or in retrospect of what used to be and how you humiliating in yourself because you're not branching out and adapting to what the modern style is, because what are you doing? You have to start building and updating, just like your computer has an update and your systems have an update. You have an update, so your business needs to update to the new system, to the new format, software, upload, and then you download it in your brain. Okay, just for my brainiacs there. So it's overall leveraging your technology, right? So it's safe to say that learning to say and all of them different if you don't do trial and error. Like you have to go through trial and error. That's how this thing really works. If you go through trial and error, you find out quick. I think life is probably about the best experienced teacher. However, a mentor is a cheat code. If you could find a mentor who could prevent you from even needing to go through those steps, and I'm telling you guys, I have mentors. I have a life coach. I have a real estate coach. Pardon me. I have a coach who's really good with mental. You may as well say mental, physical, and spiritual. I have a coach in each one of these sectors, and I strongly urge you guys to have the likeness. And just being able to adapt to the marketing strategy. You guys are going to see here the strategies that I utilize inside of the segment that is easily honable. Like you can literally use this as soon as we get off the live. Many of you who are taking notes are already having massive success. You guys are having massive success because you're taking proactive steps towards it. You were able to hone in regardless of any kind of discriminatory fact figure. I don't take race, color. Hate is a disguise in its own. So that's the reason why I don't go too far deep down into that segment. or into that ramification, because that just takes you somewhere else. However, I do tell you guys that like it is super stupid if you do things that is just absolutely like maniacally like ridiculous. Like it just that happened to be like the best thing for you guys. Like you guys aren't being criticized. I have they keep me on track. You need more people like that. So that's what we have in our business. We have advisors. Advisors provide us with exactly what it is, as it says, compliance, to ensure that we are rightfully moving in the predicaments that are going to best be well beings for us. And in order of doing so, they give us techniques, tips, and tricks that provide us with an ability to amplify our business times 10. You guys hear the GC say, 10x. You guys can 10x your own lifestyle. The thought process that comes to your mind, you might have a great idea that no one else has brought up. But until you actually put that down on paper, guys, think about it. The graveyard is probably about the most expensive place to live. It is the most expensive place to be. Why is that? That's where all the dreams lie. That's where all the would-be artists, performers, so on and such forth. It's simply because it's the wealthiest place on the earth. It's not a place you want to be, because you want to take a proactive while you're still a part of the lands of the beings, lands of living. And I want to make sure that this isn't so much of a ecclesiastical glory, bringing you guys guidance in life, that it's needed during this time in the market. It's obviously all over your social medias and what this world is like, and how you guys are promoting robust rental portfolios is simply by being adaptive to the market. So I wanted to show you guys like how we're actually moving ourselves in of time right now. So what we're doing is we're buying rental portfolios, but we're looking at certain subject areas. So I'm going to share my screen with you guys if I may. Let's see here. And I'm gonna start it up where I believe would probably be best. I'm going to start where we come. These are the points where as individuals really need our challenge, or need us to solve their challenge. And so what I'm going to do is send us properties, right? All right, let's see what we come up with. All right, so we got quite a few properties that are being placed in here. All right, so let's see. That's the very first one that comes up for this one. So I'm gonna flip it so that I can go to the ones that aren't first-handedly seen. I don't think we've done this property as of yet. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab the area code or the street, the house number and the street name. I'm gonna place all this information first and foremost. First and foremost, as I should say, is putting this thing in my calendar so I know I don't do this property twice. Ooh, I think we have we have this one already. Let's see. We're gonna do a follow for this one. This is for cold calling, and I want to make sure that I'm cold calling. So what I'll actually do is I'll give them a follow-up call after the live if I can fit them in scheduling this morning. Probably won't be able to fit them this morning, but they've got until their auction date is going to be on the 2nd of October, so they got a bit of time. So let's go back, shall we? Here we are. Oh, that's North Carolina. It's a bit too far out. I haven't purchased anything in North Carolina, so I can't speak on their regulatories. So, my entirety is that code enforcers are not your friends, guys. So I strongly urge you to learn the codes and regulatory, or learn the codes in your localities. Here we go. It's a Purdy house. I think this is a house I've actually been to. Let me see. I gotta check. I need to double check just to make sure that these are cold calls because we actually proactively buy in the market. So. I want to keep them as cold. Oh yeah, we definitely. Let's see. The last date I've been there was on the 14th. Okay. All right. Well, I didn't speak to anybody, so it still would be a cold call. And this house is definitely not a 2-bed, 1-bath. Absolutely not. Absolutely not a 2-bed, 1-bath. It's always best to show you guys this stuff raw because you guys are able to pick up where you guys are currently and take the proactive steps to reach out to these individuals. So I try to keep it at a very fundamental level for you guys. And it seems you guys enjoy that too, so. All right, that is in our lead space. So now what I'll do is, I think I've already, oh yeah, I've already notated this into. All right, so not only have we already been in broccoli, we've already reached out to this one, so we're gonna not put this up here twice. Make sure I have all the details. Yep, because that was the. And then we also gave them a voice. Now. Yeah, 22nd. Okay. All right. So yeah, we already have this one in our leads box. So what I'll do is I'll set a follow up for this one too. It's actually a good thing to see. All right. So might be dealing with something that's sounding more like a probate case. It's weren't able to get any voicemails, and when we had door knockers, when door knockers went, there was no response. So, all right, so we'll send them a mail. Maybe to go to their up-to-date address, and let's place this back here for callback. All right, let's make sure we don't have this in here. Duplicate was okay. All right, so we're gonna keep scrolling, try to find one that we're not currently working on, so it can be fresh. I think this is in its update period. Okay, so let's use the map. Let's see. What do we have here? Oh, here we go. All right, so I'm gonna add this into my calendar. And this was in VA Beach. I tell you guys, one day in real estate is like 5-7 years here on earth. That's a file number I've never seen before, so I'm curious what foreclosure attorney that is. Take that on. Oh, geez, they hardly have any time. Yeah. Best in 2 weeks out. 12 days at best. All right, let's give these people a call. Let's see. Let's find out who owns this. So we're going to go to netteronline.com and public records. All about those fresh leads, guys. Family, you guys want those fresh leads. Fresh leads, 23462. All right, so we're on Netter. Drop the public records, and
what you're going to do is push this to
all right, assessor's going to jump. All right, we got Stimson Melissa Stimson. And they do have an address at this property. All right, let's get some numbers so we can give them a call. So we're going to do fastresearch.com, shootresearch.com, 1106 Tall Oak Drive, Virginia Beach. Sweet. Fast research works a lot more smoother because they just get straight to the point. Oh, she's in her 30s. I suspect that this may be who we're looking for. Okay. It's only one number. Is there an email attaching to it? Huh, she's related to a Karen. Let's see. No emails. Oh, back nabbit. All right. So let's see here. Let's try this. Let's go to treatment research or fastresearch.com and let's see 1106 Tall Oak. Same. All right, let's give her a call.
Please leave your message for 541. Please leave your message for 54151362232. Sorry, mailbox is full.
Yikes.
To send an SMS notification, press 5.
Oh, fine.
Your SMS notification
That's
will
it,
include
that's it.
your number 12028783736. You may enter a different number now, or press the pound sign to send your SMS notification. Your SMS has been sent.
It's like 25 cents. So what? All right. That's Oregon. I don't even know if that's the person that's here, but you know what? I'm gonna send them a text anyhow. So guys, marketing tip for you guys. You guys gonna give them 3 phone calls. They don't answer, voicemail. So then if they don't voicemail for me, this is what I usually do, and it works sometimes. Is after I sent them a voicemail, I send them a text because they respond sometimes. Not always. Sometimes you're gonna get more no's than you will get yeses. Okay. Just fair warn you guys. Thought this was overnight. Nah, son. Nah, B. And after that, I send them a gentle email. After you get an email, oh, there we go. That's better. I send them an email. After I send them an email, the next thing I do is I will send them a mailer or door knock There we go. So 5 to 6 steps there, guys. So phone calls, three phone calls, that works. And if it doesn't work, leave them a voicemail. If the voicemail doesn't work, text them. Text doesn't work. Email doesn't work. Door knock doesn't work. If you door knock, I'm more than certain they're gonna be home. Just if they're not away from the door, you're probably more than likely gonna get a response. I get more better responses in person, just so we're perfectly more just so we're clear here. So for clarity's sake, I get more responses in person, 100%. Like I won't say 100% of the time, but 100% better response than phone calls. Like I would door knock like Monday to Sunday. I had partners who I were mentoring, and I told them, I was like, yo, door knock, and they're like, on a Sunday, door knock, door knock, door knock, door knock, door knock. You door knock, and if you're down on your luck, you're down, and you need some money, you need some funds, you want to close a deal. The keyness in that, you want to close a deal, door knock. Their sales are gonna go through the roof, guys. You don't gotta take my word for it. Just try it. You don't gotta take a word for it. Just do as you may. Do as you please. I won't tell you guys you can do. You're free to choose. And you guys come back and let me know how it worked. My phone, I get a high retention rate anyways, because it's not about like what you say. It's about your script. My script is key. But how many people I talk to in a day? It's my key and what I'm speaking about, and my knowledge base and my courage. And the reason why I give you guys the information the way I do is because I want what is working. I don't want you guys to get all the fluff. I don't think you guys will do well with fluff. So if I tell you guys exactly how this works and you have success with it, then pay the fee, share the show. And then of course, you gain new knowledge, share the show. That's how this works. You guys gain information from this, share the show. You like, comment, subscribe. I see you guys coming in. Thank you guys. You guys have been coming in for quite some time here. You guys are loading up. I see you guys. It's amazing. It's good to see. Good to see you guys. Family, it's amazing. I'm gonna do my best to try to get these things on a scheduling, but it's not looking like so, and I don't think it's going to be. Just simply because I get phone calls that I can't block in the mornings. I absolutely have to take them. So when I do take them, I take them immediately. And then afternoons, you guys got all. You guys get after my immediacy phone calls in the mornings that I take. You guys get next. So clients come first. You can become a client. Bring me a property. You can become a client. Bring me some of your properties, and you can become a client. That's how it works. All right. So Stems and Melissa, we sent her a phone call, no response. Or my apologies, the responses of voicemail. So let's see. Looks good. Looks really good. Yeah, it looks really good. Yeah. All right, on to the next one, guys. You do this about 50 times a day, you'll get some leads. You'll have a turnaround. Ooh, what's new? Ah, darn, it's kind of far. Yes, I see. That's kind of far. Don't think I want to be all the way up there. Not to say that I wouldn't get that lead. I would definitely pick up the lead. I would, but first of all, it's a 3-bed with like 1,000 square foot. So, not judging the lead here by any means. It's just, in fact, you know what? Why not? What's the best that can happen from it? It's my favorite question. When I'm uncertain about things, what's the best? What's the best that can happen? Life be lifing. What's the best that can happen? So let's not give me anything either. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. Netter online. Oh wait, pause. Before you go anywhere, drop that lead in that. Oh, I know the foreclosure attorneys. I believe I know the foreclosure attorneys. Not from like point to point business dealings, but just like because I bought properties from off here before. Or Eva Mira has Eva Mira has bought properties from here before. Just ask better questions, guys. That's my favorite thing to do is ask the better question. What's the better question? Have I ever bought from here? If I have, let me buy another property from here. Let me buy a property. I believe I may be for speaking. That's what it is. I'm for speaking. I'm speaking it as existence. There's a saying, speak it as you will, and speak those things. Yeah, speak those things as though they were. Yeah. So I'm speaking in existence. Eva Mary is gonna buy several properties from. I'm just curious. Because I'm straightforward with my guys. My family, I love you guys. I'm gonna do it. Why not? Let's see if I'm correct. I don't know, but sometimes like when you see the case numbers, sometimes the case numbers are almost the same. So let's see. And I copied the case number. Oh, see, yes, I was correct. All right, so this lead source is pretty sharp. Guys, I like that lead source. Okay, I gave you guys some really sharp lead sources. It's all about giving my people the bang for the buck. Give them the best value I can get. Is that okay? Is that okay with you guys? I'll give you guys like. All right, that's inside of 330. Yeah. All right, that's in our. Let's go over. Oh. Okay, so now is make sure that I properly set this one for to be a property inquiry. And then we're gonna call these people. Let's call them folk. You scared of? Call the darn leads. Nigga, sure. Call the fucking leads. Call the leads. Call the leads. Put that on a shirt. Okay. Let's do it. All right, we're going to Netter Online, and public records. Gotta have the zip code 23434. So we're gonna scroll down, zip code converter, and then convert the zip code. Pardon me. It's getting good here, guys. Family, it's getting great here. All right, this is at the recorder's office. I'm not looking for the recorder's office. All right, we're gonna use the map. Ooh, no map. Yikes. All right, so what do you do in that case? You cannot find the text, cannot find. Super simple, guys. Super simple. Yes, I clicked on treasuries. And we're going to, you guys read that for me. You guys are super smart. All right, look for this property here, loading. Whoa, what the heck? Oh, some things you just like to see, huh? All right, here we go. Is this the most recent? Yes, it is. Someone paid 20 grand, 21,000 into it. Let's see. We got James P. Minix Jr. I believe that's how you pronounce that. James P, not Master P. Yes, I'm looking into the tax records. I see. 105 tax registration paid. Oh hell, that was back in 2012. All right, yeah, 2012. Okay. All right. Grab the address. Drop it in my notes. All right. So what do we do next? You guys got it. We're going to fastpeoplesearch.com. Jump to the third page for you guys. And we're going to copy and paste it here. Thank you guys for viewing. If you guys are getting some new knowledge, let me know. If this is helpful. You find this helpful at all? If you guys got any questions, drop them below. James Minix. There he is. All right, let's see if we can find him on this one too. I don't know. I just like how True People Search is just stating this out loud. It's just like I like how True People Search just like puts it in their places. The full address in there for you. Just cuts your workload in half. With the glass. All right, got some emails, got some numbers. Let's get a phone call, guys. Call the leads. I love talking to people, guys. Just solving their challenges. They tell me all about their problems. I get to solve their challenge for them. It's like by the time I'm done hearing the story, it's like I already know what we're gonna do next. You guys get to get the first-handedness of it too. You guys already get it. You guys get this stuff.
Welcome to Verizon Wireless.
Okay. And no. Disconnect it, rather.
Welcome to Verizon Wireless.
So it's on too.
Welcome to Verizon Wireless.
All right, now it is 3. All right, no bueno. None of these ever work in the world. I'm gonna start doing weekend seminars, guys. Like on weekends, Fridays or something. Do a seminar for you guys. Fridays and Saturdays are Friday leaderships, and then Saturdays like for newbies. What you guys think about that? Did you like that? Did you guys need that? Would that be helpful for you guys? Think that would push you guys forward?
Your call has been forwarded to.
What do you guys think about that? This is the last call, by the way. Last number. I'm really pushing towards it. Fridays, you guys. Fridays at 7. Fridays at 7. Hear it clear. Hear it clear. Hear it clear. Fridays at 7. Fridays 7. Fridays 7. Set your clocks now. Fridays at 7. I'm doing leadership trainings. Fridays at 7 p.m. I'm doing leadership trainings. If that's helpful for you guys, comment below. I'm going to get you guys the details for it. Saturdays, newbies class. Newbies. Like if you've just never wholesale before, you got a wholesale deal, you're having troubles getting your first deal done, you need a joint venture. Saturdays. When did I say Saturdays? When did I say Saturdays? Saturdays. When did I say it? Saturdays. Learning is repetition, so I gotta say it multiple times so you guys can't tell me that, oh, I didn't know that the course in class, or I didn't take off work, or blah, 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 blah. Keep your excuses, all right? Saturdays. What time? 10 a.m. Short, sweet, to the point. Now, if you're just sharpening your toolbox, I got something for you early birders too. All right. So 9 o'clock, I'm doing a leadership training for you guys too. So Friday we're gonna do a Friday night training, and then Saturdays we're gonna do a early morning training. So leadership training. So and then Tuesdays. So just so you guys have your schedules together, Tuesdays we have an Eva Mary accelerated training. Okay, Tuesdays. That's for anybody, everybody. Lottie-dottie, everybody. Okay. Lottie-dottie, everybody can come in Tuesdays, and they are at. I know these things. Just gotta double check. I know these things. I'm gonna say it's at. Come in and learn how to train your VAs. I think this would be really super helpful for you guys. 9:30. Okay, so it's at 9:30. All right, so Fridays or Tuesdays 9:30, Fridays 7:30, Saturdays. You got it. 9 for those who are just sharpening their toolbox. I'm talking to the savvy investors. If you consider yourself as a savvy veteran leader in this real estate business, 9 o'clock, be there. We got some special guests that are going to be coming through, okay? You might not want to miss it. You can miss it. Don't matter of fact, don't meet me there. Beat me there. Because I don't know already. It took me a while to find out when Tuesday was. So don't meet me there. Beat me there. And then Saturdays at 10, all you new individuals who need the training, who just don't know you need some help. Okay? You need some help. All right. So I'm going to do this last phone call with you guys. I wanted to get that big announcement out. And we'll be talking about this more in the future. Let's see. Okay, okay. Okay. All right. Yeah. So you guys got that. All right. So if you guys need the link, you guys let me know. We're gonna produce a link for you guys. Gonna do a link drop for below. In fact, no. DM me for it first. Because we have to. I need to make sure that I have the proper link set up for you guys. I mean, like, even if you want to speak at some of the events too, if you want to be a special guest and you want us to host you, we will host you. Especially for our group. And we have a pretty freaking neat system here, so I wouldn't miss it. I wouldn't miss it. I wouldn't miss it. I would be there if I were you. I were you, I would be there.
Your call has been forwarded to. Your call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to reach is not available. At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up.
Good morning, Mr. James Minix. This is Malachi with Eva Mary Express Homes. Calling in concerns of your property on 613 Bentley Drive. Calling to stop the foreclosure. We have options that are stop the foreclosure. If you would like to keep the property, live in the property, we can accommodate you in that manner. If you would like to take the property off your shoulders, we can accommodate you in that manner as well. It is truly up to you. Best case contact number to discuss these options for me is 202-878-3736. Once again, that number is 202-878-3736. It'd be greatly appreciated and hope to hear from you in due time. Take care. Bye. All right, guys, that'll wrap it up. Send them a text, send them a phone call. And let's see, we're gonna do it live. Let's do it live real quick. So I don't get off the live and go into my next transition. And let's see. It's better to do it before you transition to your next ordeal, to your next activity. All right, need a text short. Okay. Placing this person's name in here so I can make sure the text is properly sent. On the okay. All right, now I'm gonna send this person the text, and I'm gonna do this from actually on the computer this time. So. All right, text is sent. So phone calls have been made, right? Phone calls have been made. Voicemail has been made. Text has been sent. Email has been sent. I have not door knocked this individual yet, and I have not sent them a mailer. Okay, so to hold myself accountable, thank you guys for viewing. You guys are absolutely amazing. If you guys learned anything from here, please like, comment, subscribe, ask questions if you have them. We will answer them in the order that they come. I do appreciate you guys for viewing us this afternoon or this morning. Woo, we're not in the afternoon yet. Woo, that's good. I am absolutely stoked about where we are because we are on day number 30 and our cold calling challenge, and another 90 days ahead of us is just absolutely amazing. So I know that the next 90 days is going to be absolute, phenomenal, guys. So I can't do it without you guys' support. You guys are supporting me greatly. So let's grow. All right. Carpe diem.